Rhea and her elder brother's best friend, Ariv, had traveled from London to Manchester for a university seminar. Her brother couldn't make it last minute, so Ariv had stepped in as a responsible companion. They had always known each other, shared birthdays, family dinners, but never like this. The seminar ended late, and trains back to London were cancelled due to an unexpected storm sweeping across the north. With no other option, they checked into a small boutique hotel nestled on a quiet street near the canal. "Only one room left," the receptionist said. Ariv glanced at Rhea. "It's fine. I'll take the couch." But there was no couch. The room was cozy. One bed, two people. An awkward silence fell between them as they sat on opposite sides of the bed, trying not to look at each other. Outside, the wind howled. Inside, the tension was thicker than the fog outside the window. As the night deepened, Rhea couldn't sleep. Ariv lay still, eyes open. "Are you okay?" she whispered.
He turned.
"Just thinking." "About what?"
She didn't ask.
But then he said softly, "Do you remember your 18th birthday, when you danced in the rain and I said you looked fearless?" She blinked. "I thought you were just teasing me." "I wasn't." The confession hung between them like a secret no one was supposed to hear. Moments passed. Minutes. Their hands found each other, quietly, without force. A single touch that meant everything. They talked the entire night, about their dreams, regrets, fears, and everything they never dared say before. Something had changed. Something real had been born in that room, between the storm and the silence. But the morning brought more than sunlight. As Rhea opened the curtains, she saw a man standing across the street, watching their window. "Do you see him?" she asked Ariv. He jumped up, his face pale. "We need to go. Now." "What? Why?" "No time to explain." In a rush, they left the hotel, slipping into the foggy streets of Manchester. Ariv made a call. Rhea overheard only part of it, something about a location leak and being followed. "Tell me the truth," she demanded.
He stopped.
"I didn't come to Manchester just for the seminar. I work with a private security agency. I was tracking someone. The man you saw was part of it. But I didn't know they'd find me." "Why didn't you tell me?" "I was trying to protect you." Her heart pounded. Last night felt like a dream. But now they were being hunted. Together, they boarded a train headed toward the countryside, hoping to lose their tail. Sitting side by side, their hands found each other again, this time tighter, stronger. Their love had begun in the quiet of a single night. But what came next would test it in every possible way. The train pulled away from the Manchester station just as a shadowy figure stepped onto the platform, scanning the crowd. Rhea's heart thudded like thunder as she ducked behind Ariv's shoulder. "Do you think they saw us?" she whispered. Ariv's jaw tightened. "If they did, we have less time than I thought." He stared out the window, watching the city disappear behind them. Rhea wasn't sure what scared her more, the fact that they were being followed or how deeply she already trusted him. The train rumbled north toward the quiet countryside of the Lake District. Ariv kept checking his phone, eyes scanning encrypted messages that made no sense to her. Finally, she snapped, "What's really going on, Ariv? You said you worked security. For who?" He hesitated. "Ariv, tell me." "I used to work for a private defense contractor. But 3 months ago, I uncovered something, an internal leak tied to arms trafficking. I was collecting evidence in Manchester. Last night, they found out. And now they're after you?" "Not just me." His eyes met hers. "They think you're with me. That makes you a target." They arrived in Windermere by evening. It was quiet, almost too quiet. The air was damp, and clouds still loomed low over the hills. Ariv led her to a secluded cabin that belonged to an old contact. They lit a fire, and Rhea sat wrapped in a blanket, watching the flames dance. Ariv stood by the window, every muscle tense. "You haven't stopped watching that road," she said. "I can't afford to. Do you ever let yourself breathe?" He turned. "Not in a long time." Then she said softly, "You did last night." Their eyes locked. She stood, walked to him. "You can trust me, Ariv. With the truth. With anything." He brushed a strand of hair from her face. That's the problem. I already do. They kissed. Not the nervous, stolen kiss of two people unsure, but the kiss of two souls who knew they had found something rare. Something real. But their moment was shattered by a single sound. Glass breaking. Ariv shoved Riyah to the floor as a bullet shattered the window. Down, he shouted, pulling a small pistol from his boot. She crawled behind the couch, heart racing, ears ringing. Outside, footsteps. Voices. Split up, a voice barked. They were surrounded. Ariv looked at her. Do you trust me? Yes. Then follow me. No matter what. He opened a trapdoor under the rug, an old tunnel hidden for years. They crawled through, pitch black, dirt and stones scraping their hands and knees. They emerged half a mile away, breathless, covered in mud, but alive. They spent the night in the woods, hidden beneath a blanket of stars. She lay against him, her fingers tangled in his. I'm not going back to normal life, am I? She whispered. No, he said gently. But you're not alone in this anymore. They didn't sleep much. But they didn't need to. Because in the middle of danger, they had each other, and that was something worth fighting for.